Orthodox Muslim got cooked by a Christian on lunch break. Now, I know a lot of people have been talking about this, and Orthodox Muslim is the guy who is named Libiano. And Libiano, he normally debate Christians, and I ain't gonna lie, like he made them look crazy because he's very philosophical, right? Or want to look philosophical. But he ran into his match. God Logic already got him one time. Now Elijah hops on his head. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button so this video can go out into the algorithm to people just like you, and it can help this channel grow. So let's take it to the live scene, man. And the thing is, before we do this, I just want to point out he got cooked so bad that he took the video that Elijah posted and sent a copy strike out on him. Now, I have never seen anyone do that before. So obviously he got cooked. He want to say he won and stuff and all that, bro. You did not win. And I'm going to point out why he didn't win. Because a lot of these little Muslims, his little glazers, wanted to say that he won. But he didn't win. Matter of fact, he forced the loss on himself the way he did it. So yeah, let's take it to the live scene, man. We got to see this. This is crazy. This is cooking at its finest. All right, so here's the video. I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna play it.
Aben as a
Yeah,
witness,
Speaker's
bro.
Corner is wicked. I can't.
Oh, that's crazy.
Now my
bro.
fault. It's not Liana.
That's
You know they all
crazy.
look alike.
That's crazy.
Hey, would never be able to write the gospel, boy. Hey, Judas would have died for our sins, God forbid.
Yeah, that's why he didn't make me do it.
Hey. Nah, that's actually wild.
So
Okay.
what are you defining again here?
So that all I'm saying is that the gravity of a wrong, like the weight of a wrong, is going to be
So
proportionate.
if you harm a dog, it's not like harming a human being.
Sure.
All right. So you could have just said that, bro. All right.
What's wrong with this man? Like,
the
you
gravity
gave a
of a wrong
perfectly
is going to
fine
be proportionate to the
analogy, and he's
dignity
like,
of the
"Oh, you
person
could've
who's
just used
right
this
there
other
violated.
Sure.
Okay, God's dignity is infinite.
Okay.
Okay.
What does that
Therefore,
mean?
that his dignity is infinite, that he is of infinite worth and value.
What does it mean to be infinite?
To not have bounds, to not be finite.
Yeah. So you just
This man asks, what does it mean to be infinite? Bro, you don't know what infinite mean? I know what infinite mean, and I'm not even philosophical. That's hilarious. Now we watching they are actually reviewing this, right? So they're about, they're about to clown him for this.
giving me the opposite of
Definition?
infinite. Yeah. So I'm
What
asking you,
does it
what does it mean
That's
for God to have
like you asked me. You asked me what's the definition of
This is who you
infinite?
expected to say, oh, the gravity of the proportion of the one wrong is equal to the dignity. Brother, he doesn't even know what infinite means.
But you
I'm
asked
telling
me
you have
to
to talk to
define
them like they're
infinite.
children, bro.
I mean, this was the most surprising one, to be honest.
Bro,
Infinite?
Because presumably he believes God is infinite.
No, he doesn't,
No, he
obviously,
said
because
the
he's
math.
I'm saying
spatial.
presumably, like,
no,
You would- yeah,
bruh.
you would
They
think.
believe he's like a max powered thing. I don't know.
he just
Yeah,
maxed out.
man. And I
He
think
just
that's what you were
100
trying to
overall.
get me to say. Like, oh, he the most. Like,
Like,
man.
99
you
overall.
can get to a 99, but you never gonna be that
100,
that
bro.
Allah is.
100 too much, bro. You got to be capped out at some point, bro. Like,
Like you got
Bruh.
fire to get.
Liviano was egging on the dude who punched Chris. Liviano didn't punch Chris, but he did encourage that violence. Liviano's full Muslim, 100%. Shout out to Chris, like with a $5 super
Full
chat,
Muslim,
bro.
100%
God bless, man. What is infinite is crazy, bro.
Infinite dignity. What is that?
That means that he is of amazing worth, of
Right, so he
I'm
boundless
trying to
worth.
dumb it down as
Right,
much
he's
as
the most
possible.
amazing being, and he has the most worth.
The
right?
most.
He's of not just most. He is. There's no limit to his worth.
I don't know what that means.
You don't know what no limit to his worth means?
No. I don't know.
What is
Yo,
wrong?
hold on.
I, d- like how how you not notice, like, bro, it's God we're talking about, like. I'm not gonna lie, this is the dumbest Liviano have ever looked. Like, this Elijah is way beyond Libiano by a mile on this. And Libiano is like trying to catch up. The thing is, like, throughout this whole argument, Libiano literally just keep asking questions. He never really bring in an argument like that for real. And this is why he lost. But the Muslim like, oh no, you didn't lose. Like, come on, like they're such a glazer. Like, I got into like a little debate with one on Twitter, and it was just so annoying. Like, he just don't listen, and I'm gonna break that down too, cause that is crazy, bro. That is crazy.
Explain that before he say the stupid thing he about to say about monetary value.
But no, so no limit to. This is crazy that you have to sit here and explain this. No limit to God's worth means that, like, how do you even break that down anymore?
So
Like,
really what it means is we don't say that God is like the most, right?
yeah, it's not
Even
in
though it is
comparison
true,
to
right?
something else.
Yeah, most would just seem kind of like, oh yeah, like he's capped out at a certain level,
Yeah.
he's like really high up there. We say God is unlimited, meaning he has no bounds to
Exactly.
his worth. He has no bounds to his goodness. There's nothing stopping him. There's no barriers to it. Like, he's literally with infinite,
Yeah.
without a finite measurement. It's just like
And
not even circumscribed.
that's why I say not just the most. He is infinite. Like, he's like, I don't know what that means, but maybe it's because he does believe that God is spatial, temporal, and limited. Note to self before debating Libby: run my argument by ChatGPT, ask it to dumb it down so that a 5-year-old can understand it, and then ask him to do it again. You gotta ask him to do it again.
Do it again. It's crazy.
Eve to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, and basically, dignity is going to be based off the value of a thing, and it's not like a
Monetary
money
value.
or
Yeah.
numeric. It has to do more with like the degree of perfection a thing has,
Yeah.
right? So obviously, a human has greater perfections than just a brute animal, and God, his perfections are obviously of a completely different kind. They're infinite. They're transcendent. I mean, so then his dignity will likewise be the same.
I don't know, all of this is supposed to be obvious.
I'm with you.
Do you want to go ahead and break it down, what it means to have an unlimited
Okay.
worth?
Yeah. So, first of all you have to do is to be able to understand, like, when something's worth has limit. Like your computer, there's a limit to its worth. If I broke your computer, you can't come in and say you owe me $1 million, right? Because it's
Okay.
only worth so much. So,
Yeah,
in regards to God,
so we're talking about monetary limit here. Okay, cool. So
this
apply
no,
that to
this is
God.
this is just
You
so
just-
you can
just
to help
said
you
if you're
understand the
Remember,
concept.
remember,
God
you said
got-
you break your
hey,
computer.
God got an
Damn,
infinite-
Elijah.
Can't come and tell
you
you
have
that.
to
Oh,
be an infinite amount of dollars.
Yeah, bro.
To meet God's worth, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what are
Well,
we talking about here?
I was just giving an analogy, like, just to help you understand that, oh, if you can understand what a limited amount of worth is, then you should be able to understand what an unlimited worth is. So I put it in terms in which he can understand, which is going to be in a monetary value, or I could have just used the example of like the dog and the human, right? But he's probably still not going to understand that when I'm talking about the dignity of a person.
And here, try to use the analogy when he was saying limited amount of money. uh, Libiano just, I don't know, man. This at this point, it like I ain't gonna lie. After this, it probably made a lot of Christian like, bro, what's the point of like debating with this guy? I think I think Elijah pretty much just counseled him. I just I don't know who would want to debate with him anymore. He made himself look worse than Junior. He really did with this.
So I just put it in terms in which he can understand, because we just talked about the dignity of a person in regards to his prime minister, in regards to a dog and a human. We just talked about that. Like,
Yeah,
so
I think that was clear. Like your analogy was meant to insert, like to show the difference between unlimited value and limited value. Obviously,
Yeah, with that,
the
you
value
can't
of a
do nothing about
computer.
that.
Yeah, obviously the value of a computer is going to be based on like the amount of money it costs to produce it.
yeah.
Whereas the value of a human would be based on not the money, but obviously like the perfection.
Yeah, you can't.
It's worth
do
$1 million.
nothing about that.
Okay.
It's
Well, yeah,
infinite,
my
just
computer has a monetary limit. But what does it mean for God to have infinite limit or infinite dignity?
Infinite
That means
limit. Let's
him as
go.
a person, the person of God.
God is a person?
Duh.
Oh, I thought he's three persons. Okay, that's interesting. So God is one person now, according
There's
to
no
Elijah.
way you're this dense. Okay.
Is
All
God
right.
three persons or what? Just 1 second. Is God one person
So-
or three persons?
So
To
Is
be
God one
fair,
person or
bro,
three
you
persons?
should have seen that coming. Bro.
either way,
You should've
God would
seen
still
that
have to be
You
a
just
person.
said God is a
Either
person.
way, God was.
Yeah, he should have seen that one coming because it's like, he's gonna focus on that. He's gonna hyper focus on that, but he still don't get it. He don't get it. And Muslim like, oh, see, you call him a person. Is he one person or three person? They don't understand. They do not understand at all. The Muslims, y'all do not understand, and I know y'all gonna be in this video, in the comment section, talking trash. Y'all don't understand. Y'all really don't. So go ahead and ask the questions in the comment section, cause y'all don't understand. Man, so dense. Like he said, like yeah, y'all are so dense.
Still have to go
Man.
person.
God is
Because they're
a
clip
person.
farmers,
A
bro.
person means
because
one
they
Anything,
need
literally
something to
anything,
grab
bro.
onto, bro.
Like,
They
bruh,
need something.
bruh, there's no way, bruh. I'm like,
You
there's
have to like
no.
always be ready for that because they just need anything, bro. Because he just needs anything to get off of this topic because he doesn't know what's going on, bro.
Bruh,
He
I'm
just
like,
needs anything he could grasp.
this is ridiculous. Slowest molasses from Nick. Nick from Fearless. Hey, shout out to Christ's life with the $10 super chat again, though. God bless.
person, right?
Okay, cool. So
Is God one
when
person or three persons?
when we're talking about
Just 1
the
second.
when
You're
we're
giggling.
talking about the
You were just
infinite
giggling.
dignity,
Just hold on. You were just giggling. You said God
yeah,
is
because
a
you're
person.
you're
Just
unable to follow in
one
the
second.
conversation.
I'm following.
And there's a thing. He's not able to follow the conversation. He's not able to track at all. So Tommy said that he jumped on that immediately. He didn't want to talk about the infinite dignity. Like he wanted to talk about this now. That's what they do. Like so, as Christians, like when y'all debate Muslim, y'all got to like make them stay on topic. It's literally like guiding a child when you debate with them. You got to keep them on topic. You know how you talk to your child about something, they be like, "Ooh, daddy, look at this," or "Ooh, look at it." Like that's how they are. Like they, I'll tell you, I think the Muslims like suffer from ADHD or something because they cannot stay focused on. They cannot keep track. They can't. They can't keep track, bro. Now he want to focus on this. Oh, see, he thought he had a "I got you" moment. He thought he did, and I'm not sure. I don't remember like this part of the debate that much, but I don't think they even go back to the topic that they was on. I think think so. I'm not sure. Or they went back to it, but yeah.
Perfectly fine. You
No,
said
you're
God
not.
is you said God is a person. Is that what you said?
Bro, if you're three persons, you're at one a
You're
person,
a
bro.
person?
You have to be a person.
So
If it's
God is
three
a
persons,
so God is a person?
you're an idiot.
Is God a person or
Yes,
just three
bro,
persons?
God's a person,
I
bro.
can't
So
see
God
that.
is a
Three
Why
person.
persons.
chat?
Yes.
So hold on. When you say God, what does that pick out?
The divine nature.
The divine nature is a person?
No, when you're
You
talking
just
about
said God is a person, brother. Is a divine nature a person, Elijah?
Okay,
the
can we
divine
pause here?
nature
Right?
exists.
Yeah.
Because obviously, when Elijah is saying that the divine nature is a person, or that God is a person, what he's not trying to say is that the meaning of the word person is like the definition of the divine nature, right? Like when we say a bachelor is an unmarried man, he's not trying to give the definition of nature or the definition of God or anything like that. He's just saying God is an individual with a rational nature. He's an
Yeah.
individual with an intelligent nature.
Like I don't know. It seemed very obvious.
With a rational nature. He's an
Yeah.
individual with an intelligent nature.
God is a individual in a rational nature. You hear that? Because a lot of times y'all still not getting it. Y'all still not getting it. God, that's the divine nature. He's a rational person. He's a rational person. And what do you say in rational nature? Is that right?
With a rational nature. He's an
Yeah.
individual with an intelligent nature.
There you go. Like, yeah, let's just keep playing this.
Like I don't know. It seemed very obvious to me. And when he asked, like, "Oh, is like God a person or whatever?"
Yeah.
There, like, when he asked me, "What does God mean?" Like in normal terms, God is just gonna pick out the divine nature, but the divine nature is multi-personal. It exists as multiple distinct persons.
When somebody says God is a person, they're literally just meaning God is personal. Like it's
Yeah.
a personal being. And yeah, you can pick out
Whoa.
What's that?
I just built a budgeting app with Base 44.
Guys, Nina just built an
any person and say, yeah, God's a person. If
Yeah,
you're talking about
exactly.
the Father, God's a person. If you're talking about the Son, like there's different ways in which you can mention the word God. And he just wants like some sort of like
moment.
He needs to get this back.
I like how you said there's different ways you can mention the word God. 'Cause that's true. And that's why God say he's the only true God. Like there's multiple God, but he's the only true God. God is something that you worship, right? But God, the Father himself, like he like let me put it like this. The Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, they are the only true God. There are three in one. But God is he's the true divine nature. They are the true divine nature. You say he, because still they're part of each other, right? So a lot of time people get that so they can't wrap their mind around it, and I think it's because it's come from a spiritual sense. Like you got to be spiritually like in tune, right? And only God give the wisdom and the knowledge. So the Muslims and Hebrew Israelites and all the other like religion, they don't have that. They don't have that wisdom. So it's kind of hard for me to explain it because it's a sense of knowledge that's not of this world. And once you gain that knowledge, it is easy to comprehend. It's easier to comprehend. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but it's easier to comprehend because it's more of a spiritual knowledge, man. And so I just pray that he get that spiritual knowledge and come to Christ one day because Right now, he don't have it. He ain't gonna fully understand it. I don't think we've gonna fully understand it all the way until we get up there, but God do give us spiritual knowledge where we can, comprehend that enough to be like, oh, okay, I see.
Like he needs to get out of the mud somehow.
Yeah.
It's three distinct
Okay,
persons:
when
Father,
you
Son,
said
and
when you said
Spirit.
when
So
you said
when
God is
can we
a
get back to the
no,
topic?
no, I would, but you giggled as if you did something. So now I'm gonna hold you to it because you were
We,
giggling like a little
bro,
girl.
you don't have
Shouldn't have
no idea
giggled,
what's
bro.
going on.
You just said
All I need
God
you to
is
do is
all right.
track
So
a
Elijah,
conversation,
That
and
is
we'd be
literally
able to move
Elijah,
on.
don't run
That's
away.
it.
You're in a corner
Run
now.
away. I'm
You just
genuinely
said all
asking
right.
you to go on with the
You just
conversation.
said hey Elijah. You said God is a
Literally
person.
asking you to
You
continue the
just said
conversation.
God is a person. What did you?
And there's the thing. He's telling him don't run away, but bro, you the one who ran away. You the one who stopped and locked in on what he said. Yeah, you ain't even talk. We're not even talking about what we were talking about at first about being infinite. Mm, They're not even on that topic anymore. So no, you're running away. You grabbed onto something to pull you out the mud. You're not staying on topic, bro. And bro, he is so arrogant. It don't make no sense how bad this dude is. This dude is like so arrogant. Like, bro, he the type that make you want to go inside his head. No lie. As a Christian, because he's so arrogant. And he was calling him names and stuff, cussing. Like, bro, how you gonna call yourself a man of God or Allah or whatever, Dawa whatever, but you doing stuff like this? That's how you know Islam is false. It's false. They think they know it all. They think they truly believe their stuff. They're not realizing this stuff is evil. It's like so stupid, bro.
You mean by that?
When you say that God is a person, that means
Yes.
you could either pick out one of the persons that are God.
Okay.
Duh.
So when you
Like
said
when we talk
God,
about Jesus, the
okay,
divine
cool.
person, a person that is
Okay,
God that
okay,
died.
okay,
Duh.
beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So then, when you said God is a person, you were
That
just
should have been
talking
the
about a
end of the
specific
conversation.
person of the Godhead, right?
But I'm sitting here talking to a
Just
Unitarian.
one sec. So Elijah, when you said
I'm
God is a
talking to
person,
you, a
when you said
Unitarian.
Elijah, don't backtrack now, please. Can you please stay?
No one's
You
backtracking.
said
I'm talking to you. I'm trying to help you understand something.
everybody can see that you're panicking now.
That's
And this
fair.
goes on
I'm
for
trying to
like
help
10
you
minutes,
So
understand
when
something.
you said God is
or
a person,
longer.
Yeah.
you didn't mean God is a nature. So you take that back, and you
Bro,
meant
He's not even panicking. He's annoyed. That's what he is. He's very annoyed with you because you're an idiot.
literally
that you're
talking to you.
Okay, so remember when I asked you what does God pick out, you said divine essence. Do you still
That's
stand by that?
in normal. That's what God is going to pick out.
Okay,
But it's just going to
okay,
depend
cool.
on the context.
Okay,
You're
cool.
asking me a vague question.
So then Elijah, in this statement, God is a person, and God
Bro, I'm
there
talking to you,
picks
bro.
out you see how you keep panicking? And God there picks out the divine nature. So then you could say God is a person. With God there picking out the divine nature, right?
Okay, like none
Right?
of this matters, bro.
No, yes or no?
I don't know what you mean by your
He
question.
doesn't know what I mean anymore, ladies and gentlemen. So
When
you
you
said
said
actually
that
don't.
you
the
said God
divine
is a
nature,
remember,
So in regards to hold on,
let
in
me remind
regards
you,
to Christian, in regards to
everybody
Christianity,
can see it, man.
cool. In regards to Christianity, the
Everybody can
divine
see the
nature
wonder, man.
exists as three distinct persons.
We know
That's
that.
fine.
We know
Okay,
that.
so
You said God is a person. And when I asked you again, just to make sure I heard that right, you doubled down. You said, yes, God is a person. And you even laughed. You goofed. You said, oh, look at you, Orthodox.
There's no way that, like, obviously,
If you would
if
just
there's
read
three,
our authors and
yeah,
understand what we believe, this whole conversation wouldn't even be happening. But
yeah,
because he's ignorant of the religion, he thinks he's making a good point.
I spent Christmas Eve alone in a children's home. When I woke up, a good
if God
You
is
think
three
he gonna
persons,
read?
he would have to be a person, bruh.
I
Like,
said if, bro.
it's so simple.
That's not even a possibility. It's not even
Is
a
Jesus
possibility.
God and is he a person? Yes. So God is a person, bruh. Is the Father a person that is God? Yes. So God is a person.
It's literally the same thing when they ask, "Well, is Jesus God?" and "Oh, is Jesus a man?" So you believe a man is God?
Yeah.
Yes, we believe that this specific man, Jesus Christ, is God.
Oh, you said God is a person? 3 persons in one. Divine nature. It's so simple. There's many persons on earth, but we all share the same human nature. It's freaking simple. Bro, I get annoyed. I get so annoyed and irritated just by listening to this guy talk. Cause he don't understand. Like, bro, are you this dumb? I ain't gonna lie, that's very simple. Like I said, I'm not even that deep in this. In the Trinity and stuff, I'm not even that deep. I study it, but I don't study it enough to debate. But this was very simple. Like, very simple. And he can't understand. He can't comprehend. Like it's crazy. He think he had a gotcha moment. And he posted like he cooked. He didn't cook. He posted himself getting cooked. Talking about he the one who cooked. No, bro. You didn't cook. You got cooked.
Like, bro. It,
Orthodox Muslim, you're lost. Okay, cool. Then I ask you, what does God
he's
speak
been
of
lost
in
throughout
that
this
sentence,
entire
in
conversation.
that
He's
statement?
still lost.
You
Like,
said
even
the
bringing
divine
up this
nature.
point
Okay,
just
so
shows
then the divine
you have
nature
no
is a
idea
person.
what's going
Right, Elijah?
on.
The divine nature is identical to all three persons, bro.
Is the
So
divine nature a
obviously,
person? Is the
I've been
divine
live
nature
for
a
an
person?
hour.
the divine nature is identical to all
All
three
right, so
persons.
Is the
But
divine
I'll plan on posting this whole thing, but it just goes. He asked me like the same question like 20 different times.
depends on the
in
context
that
that you're
in that
speaking about.
state,
A
I'm
question
thinking,
like what?
what does God pick out? Yes, I did. And as
It
a
wasn't
person,
implied in the context.
you said God.
Okay.
Holy. You said that
Right. I don't
we
know.
weren't
I don't.
we weren't talking about that, Elijah.
We're talking about know what's going.
I don't.
That's why
I
you're
have no,
sweating.
I have no idea.
I can see the sweat around your nose.
I'm
You're
sweating.
not
Can
continue
you
the
stop,
conversation.
please?
Okay, bro.
You laughed,
We're
and I'm
skipping
gonna
the
make
whole
you
or
admit that
something.
you were wrong.
Brother,
Bruh,
okay,
Mind you,
you
I would say
answered
I
it.
already
You
been
gonna
live
ask
for
me
an
the same
hour.
question
I'm
again?
trying to
No,
get
I'm
ready
gonna
to
ask the
go.
next question now.
Okay,
You
what's the
said
next
God
question?
is a person. When you
mind
said
you,
God picks
when
out
he's
the divine
skipping over
nature,
right now,
were you wrong?
Libiano just starts cussing him out dang near at this point.
Oh yeah, he do just start. He
Just
just start.
crashing out, bro.
You weren't wrong.
No, because the
Okay,
persons are identical to the essence.
But
beautiful. So the divine
if you
nature is a
see,
person.
you guys can
No,
see how
because
much
the
I've
So
skipped,
then you were wrong.
right?
because the persons
So
are
then you were wrong.
And
virtually
we're talking about the same thing. Because he just keeps asking me the same question.
distinct from the essence. So the things that you say about the persons are going to be different from the things that you say about the essence, but that
That's
doesn't
fine.
mean that they are not
That
identical.
that doesn't really that
If you
doesn't
knew
answer
what you,
that, does,
it
that
actually does
doesn't
answer your
that does,
question.
it
If you knew
actually
what you were
doesn't. So
talking,
here,
if you
so
knew
here,
what you
so
were
here,
talking about,
so
you
here's
would
the,
move
so,
on.
here, so here's the question. Again, because them being virtual, the essence being virtually identical doesn't answer anything.
Virtually identical. This
Did you
dude's
say the
lost.
divine
Oh my
nature?
days, he's
Did you
lost.
say the divine nature is a person?
What's virtually identical?
Did you say the divine nature is a person?
What
Did
is
you even say
virtually
that?
identical?
Did you say?
Bro,
Came out
you
of my mouth.
asking?
You said what?
Did you say virtually identical?
No, I said virtually distinct. He said virtually identical.
Bro, look. I don't even know why you asking him these questions, bro. He's not gonna answer that.
Right. But I just want y'all to see that, like, after all this time, like, we're literally talking about the same thing. It has nothing to do with the conversation
That's
whatsoever.
what's the question there?
That was a question.
So
I didn't make a statement. I'm following you.
you
to your
didn't
end.
want to give the what is virtually
so
identical.
so then God cannot pick out the divine nature there.
No, you're wrong. You want to
God
give the argument
cannot
for
pick
that?
out the divine
Do you
nature.
want to
bro.
give the argument for that?
I didn't make a statement. I'm following you.
You
to your
didn't
end.
make a statement. So
No,
God cannot be a person.
I'm following
So
you to your
so
entailment.
God cannot be a person
That's a
isn't a
question.
statement.
That was a question.
That's a what's the question there?
That was a question, you dumbass.
What was the
You
question?
said, I'll tell you the question.
I don't know why
You
he
said
got so
that
mad.
It can mean divine
It's
nature.
just insulting, bro.
That how panicking look like. Panic is a sense of emotion, right? And then it's like this. If you ever look at like anger and being like scared, like fear and scared and anger, like it's all in the same. Like so, he's cussing because he's panicking. You ever seen like how people like they start panicking Like this man cussing him out and stuff. Like, bro is really panicking. He crashing. I'm put it like this. Not even just panicking, but he crashing out. That's the best way to put it. He crashing out. You're crashing out. You can't even keep your cool. You crashing out. That's a sign of crashing out right there. That's why we try not to crash out when we debate. Like, he's irritated because he don't understand. He's not irritated because Elijah is being dumb. That's the thing. Like, so some Muslim y'all be like, no, he's saying that because he's a dummy. No, he's crashing out because he don't understand. He fully showed y'all he don't understand. He didn't know what infinite mean. He can't understand the three person and one sharing the same nature. He can't understand that. He's crashing out. Fully crashing out.
Then you said it can't mean divine nature.
I said it can't mean divine
Never
nature.
said.
When did I say
Eli
that?
never said in this
you said
whole
it
time
can't,
that he
then you
skipped
said
that
it
it
could.
can't
So
be
now-
divine nature.
Exactly. He's just putting words in my mouth. All pause. But you're just doing all of this for absolutely no reason too. Like,
Just right now. Stop
No.
cutting me off. So let me tell you.
I said it
clearly, you
can't mean divine
Can you
nature.
stop- Can you stop cutting me off? You see how you were calm and quiet, and when you blundered, you started losing your mind?
I
Stop
guess you
losing
was
your
losing
mind.
your
It's okay,
mind,
you
but he the
blundered.
one
We
sweating.
can fix it.
Like, that makes
Go
sense.
back to angry nonsense. Okay? So when you say God is a person, just for clarity, please, can God in this statement pick out the divine nature?
he muted me.
You tell he is sweating around his nose. It's so shiny. Bro sweating for real. Had that man sweating.
Now I can.
Oh,
So when you say God is a person,
Mhm.
can God here pick out the divine nature?
but you can here. We'll just say when we're talking about God
Lord
as a
have
person.
mercy.
When we're talking about God as a person, that's just going to pick out the divine persons.
Okay, so that's not what I asked. Can it there pick out the divine nature?
In that statement, is God a person? Hold on a second. Yeah, got the divine persons, bro.
Okay, I said, can it pick out the divine nature?
Can it pick out the? It just depends as to what you mean.
Okay, in any sense, can it pick out the divine nature?
I mean, yeah, there's some respects where it could pick out the divine nature, bro.
Okay, so in some respects, the divine nature is a person.
So you heard me just answer the question.
It's a multi-personal entity, bro.
That's not what I asked. In some respect, the divine nature is a person, right?
I'm good. 1 second, man. In regards to the divine nature, it's
Man's at
going to
work.
pick out the multi-personal entity.
Didn't
so
ask
it
that.
would be-
I said, you said
that's what it would be.
You
I
see
think
how
Elijah
he
got tired with dealing with all the frustrating customers at work, and he was like, "Let me just deal with frustrating
Customers?
people." I don't like him,
I
bro.
wish they were customers. They're not customers. You see how you just continuously ask me the same question?
Bro was at work cooking this man. That's crazy. Like, he's at work, y'all. Just imagine if Elijah was at his computer in a comfortable spot, not in a rush. Oh man, he'll take Orthodox Muslim. He'll take Libiano around in circles. That man would saute him. That man would fillet him, saute him, cook him up, bake him. I don't think he want them problems for real. I don't think he want to debate Elijah again. I'm tell you that now. It ain't gonna look good. It's not.
Over and over again. This was today, Ninja.
Be speaking about, bro.
But I didn't ask that though. You said, in some respect, God is a person. God, in that statement, can be replaced with divine nature. Okay, cool. Doesn't correspond. to that.
Sure. So you just want me to show you this in the Old Testament,
Okay,
bro?
beautiful. So, do you agree that if the Old
Like,
Testament
I'm
doesn't
literally just
correspond
trying to
the
like, bro, whatever
then
is
would it prove
hindering you.
Christianity true?
No, but I could just show you in the Old
What? You
Testament.
so Christianity can be true,
Bro,
and the Old
please.
Testament doesn't. Let me finish.
He just
I
lost.
can just show you in the
Look,
Old.
you're
My
getting- you're
phone's
getting-
about to die.
You're literally
Please,
getting-
bro.
you're getting-
And Muhammad is a Old Testament.
The Old
Because it's a
Testament.
Proving this,
For other people.
work on it to make it actually have.
That we're making. And
Appreciate you, gang.
Considers.
brother. Brother, that wouldn't even be a.
So this is the part I wanted to point out very importantly. This is when he really lose the debate right here. A Muslim gonna say, "Oh no, he didn't lose the debate," and I'm gonna tell y'all why they said that, and then I'm gonna give y'all the reason why he really lost.
Barbara, if you're already granting me this argument, saying
No, so again,
My
Elijah,
phone started
pay attention.
dying. I ain't see.
Just
I was on
because
1%.
you could, you're cutting out, brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you
Can
ready
you hear me? I
now?
have to take out my headphones.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
shoot. All right.
so pay
Can you hear me or
attention.
no?
So pay attention. Just because I'm granting that your argument is valid and sound, it doesn't mean. Are you okay, brother?
I thought I was somebody else
If you're
laughing.
granting that it's sound, you're saying that it's true, which means that Christianity is true and you're cooked.
No, it
Appreciate
doesn't
you,
mean that.
gang.
That's why I'm
Appreciate you, bro.
brother.
God bless you.
Are you gonna listen or are you gonna run away?
Hey man, you spreading the gospel every day. You go
Are you
ahead and
gonna-
do
are
that.
you
You
gonna
just
run
you
away,
just
Elijah?
proved Christianity true. Amen, bro.
Are you gonna run away,
I
Elijah?
appreciate you. You was a good interlocutor, bro.
Are you gonna run away, Elijah?
Run away? You just said, hey, everything that you said is true. But cool. What that mean about Christianity? Like, what are you talking about? If you knew the words that you was actually saying, you wouldn't have said such things.
I said I was granting it for argument's sake, Elijah, and you cut me off in the middle of explaining. So are you gonna run
No,
away? Or
you
are you gonna?
For argument's sake, as if this is not the argument itself.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if there's some other argument that we're making, and we're just so we can get back to the main point.
Yeah.
Like what?
That means,
are you gonna let me finish? Are you
you
gonna
know what
engage?
valid and sound
Hey,
means?
brother, if you don't want to engage, you could leave. It's okay. Do you want to engage?
Yeah. Do you know what valid and sound means?
Yes. Do you
What
want?
does- what does
do you
it
want?
mean?
I'll tell you what it means. Just tell me. Are you gonna engage?
Yeah. What does it mean?
Okay. It means that I'm granting you that it logically follows and that it's sound. It corresponds to reality. I'm gonna
That means
grant
it's
that.
true.
Okay. That's exactly what corresponding to reality means.
Exactly. So you're saying that the argument is true.
Can I finish?
So if the argument is
Oh,
true,
can I-
then
can I-
Christianity
can I-
is
can I-
true.
Can I finish without you cutting
You
me
just said that Christianity is true.
off? Are you gonna let me finish without you cutting me off?
Appreciate you, bro. Go ahead. Say what
Are
you
you
need to say.
Are you gonna run away, Elijah?
He's cooked. He's cooked.
He said the argument is valid and sound. So that means it's true. He said the argument is valid and sound. The argument. Let's look that up. Because this is what I want to break down. This is what I want to break down. And I don't know if y'all can see that or not because my screen is a little small right here. So let's see if I can move this and make it bigger for y'all right quick. I'm just moving it like that. It's gonna look funny for a little bit. Okay. So I ask if someone is granting someone an argument that if someone is granting someone an argument that is valid and sound for the sake of the argument, doesn't mean they agree with the opponent or the opponent won. He said no, right? The chat GPT said no. It does not mean they agree that the opponent won. So this is what it's saying. The conclusion logically follow with the premises. The argument is valid and the premises are actually true. So valid means the conclusion logically follows, which he said. Sound is the argument is valid and the premises are actually true. So in an argument, so if an argument is truly sound, it normally means the conclusion is true. Right? But in debate, people often say let grant for the sake of the argument that is valid and sound. It's a rhetorical move, not a concession of a defeat. It means I'll temporarily accept your argument as true, so I can show there is a problem. Follow me, y'all. He tried to do this right here. This is what he tried to do. He tried to say that he'll temporarily accept it so it can show there's a problem. So you say why someone would do this to show the conclusion leads to contradiction. So it doesn't prove what the opponent think it proved. It attack a deeper assumption or implication, shift the debate to a stronger point. This is called arguing in concession. right? Doesn't mean the opponent won. No, not automatically. The opponent only wins if the argument is actually sound and the other person has no successful counter after granting it. If the person granting it still defeats the argument afterward, they absolutely did not lose. So, here's the problem. He tried to do that, right? He tried to do that. The problem is he never had a successful counter. And I'm about to show you all this. He never had a successful counter. He tried to counter it with something that's proven that it's true. That just made him even look even just more stupid. Made him look even more stupid. He looked just very stupid after this. I do it right here. Okay. Watch this, y'all. Watch what he do. And they're gonna break down why he lost too, by the way, so y'all can understand, Muslim, whoever watching.
It's done. It's done. It's over with. Liviano says that Christianity is true. Islam don't actually have no justice in their system, bro. God not just in their system. You need a divine sacrifice, bro. A divine person to take on humanity. It's cooked. It's done. Islam's over with. For everybody that sit here, watch Orthodox Muslim, it's done. It's done. There it go, bro. Valid and sound. Anybody want to learn that argument, bro? Go ahead. I'll make it available eventually. Listen, just join my Patreon for $89.99 a month.
Well, you too can have this argument.
Nah, man, I'm gonna make it available. Me and Abe and Jordan and Cam will work on it to make it a little bit more simple. But we just got the Orthodox Muslim to concede that Christianity is true. What you need to say? Go ahead.
You gonna run away?
Say what you need to say. Go ahead.
All right, so mute up. Thank you. So even
It's
if I were
done.
to grant you,
I don't, because he kicks me off after this. Like, do I need to go on for that long? He kicks me off in like 4 minutes. That's a wrap. That's what it is, bro.
That's what I meant when I said earlier he forced a loss on himself. Because he couldn't even counter it. He never counter it. And so he kicked Elijah. He lost. This is what happened when your ego get in the way. You're trying to prove something that's not true, and yet you find yourself stuck and you kick. You lost. Muslims, when y'all debate, when y'all kick people, you automatically lost. You lost. All right? Now, I know y'all want to say, oh, well, Christians kick people too. So, because some people don't even, like, the thing is, and I'm gonna take a humble approach on this. I get it. Yeah, some Christians shouldn't kick people if the argument is still there, right? If they are building, like, an argument. But if they just start saying stupid stuff, sometimes you just gotta kick them. But Elijah, like, all he did was presented a new argument that couldn't even counter what they were talking about in the first place.
So I don't even think
I mean, he conceded Christianity is true. Like, what more actually needs to be said now?
There's nothing that needs.
At least he admitted that there needs to be a deity that's dying for other people.
Yeah,
that's a sacrifice for other people. And like,
but he wanted. But the thing, though, in regards to proving Christianity true, if you remember the beginning, he said, "Can you show me that for the atonement of sins?" Right? Because he said, "Oh, this is one of the core doctrines of Christianity that proves Christianity is true to him." That's what he was saying. So if I'm sitting here and I'm proving this, you want me to show the rest? I can show the rest because he says more ridiculous things.
Let's grant that for argument's sake. It doesn't mean that the Old Testament has that reasoning in mind, because it could be the case that the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality. Is that right, Elijah?
You have me muted, but go ahead.
Elijah, could it be the case that the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality?
Not if the premises are true, bro. Christianity is true.
No, the premises don't include that the Old Testament is valid or not. The
Because
Old Testament
it's an argument from reason.
The Old Testament doesn't include or the.
So the thing that he's doing, just to help you guys understand, right? He's saying, oh, if these premises are true, then Christianity is true, but that don't mean that the Old Testament, right? That makes no sense. If Christianity is true, then the Old Testament is true, right? Because under Christianity, it's that the Old Testament is true, it's reliable, it's scripture, it's infallible. So if Christianity is true, then the Old Testament is true. Once again, I don't know where Cam is, but Cam said,
this thing. He tried to argue with the Old Testament. Like, what? If Christianity is true, the Old Testament is true. The Old Testament is part of Christian. Like, bro. What? Brother. Ew. That's who you look like, by the way.
that's like, him providing me an evidence that Islam is true, and then I'm like, oh, well, prove that Muhammad is a prophet. Like, gang, if Islam is true, then Muhammad is a prophet, bro. Like, why would you ask me to show you something more? That doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense.
Argument doesn't include whether the Old Testament.
That's so
now
ridiculous,
let me ask you,
bro.
Elijah, could it be the case? Is it possible that the Old Testament doesn't correspond?
Sure. So you just want me to show you this in the Old Testament,
Okay,
bro?
Beautiful. So do you agree that if the Old
Like,
Testament
I'm
doesn't
literally just trying to,
correspond
like, bro, whatever
then
is
would it prove
hindering you.
Christianity true?
No, but I could just show you in the Old
You
Testament.
so Christianity can be true,
Bro,
and the Old
please.
Testament doesn't. Let me finish.
He just
God,
lost.
I can just show you in the
You're
Old. My
getting-
phone's
you're
about to die.
You're literally
Please, bro.
You're getting caught, and you keep cutting me off, bro. Stop cutting me off.
No, if
So
it's
do
showing you,
stop
if
cutting
it's
me-
showing
stop
you,
cutting me. Stop cutting me off, bro. What's wrong with you? Just relax. So Elijah, I just asked you.
He's
Is it possible the
sweating.
Old Testament doesn't correspond with reality? You said yes. Then I asked you, if that's the case, then it doesn't mean Christianity is true. Then you said no. So then are you saying that it could be that Christianity is true while the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality, Elijah?
no, because if Christianity is true, then the Old Testament is true. Obviously.
Okay,
So-
good. Thank you. So in the case that the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality, your argument doesn't prove Christianity true, right?
No, if the argument proves Christianity is
Brother,
true,
that's
then
how
the
arguments
Old
work.
Brother,
Testament is true.
pay
obviously.
attention, brother. You're all over the place. If the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality, then your argument doesn't prove Christianity true, right?
No, bro, because the
So it
argument.
does prove Christianity true, even if the Old Testament doesn't correspond to reality?
If Christianity is true, then the Old Testament is true.
That's question begging. Oh my God.
No, it's not, because I
It
just gave
is.
you an
You're
argument that you
assuming
said is true.
Christianity is true. And I'm saying your argument has a
Bro, this
presumption
dude
that
is
the Old
so
Testament
helpless,
corresponds to
bro.
reality, right?
No, it doesn't. I never mentioned the
Oh my
Old
God.
Testament in the
So the
argument.
Old Testament doesn't have to correspond with reality for Christianity to be
Did
true?
anything in my argument say anything about the Old Testament?
That's why I'm clear.
I can't watch no more of that. I can't. he's doing this. It's like, wait a minute, where my camera? Christianity is true. Then Elijah saying Christianity is true, Old Testament is true. Then he's like, well, if the Old Testament is not true, then that means Christianity is true. Like, they go, they work together because the Old Testament is part of Christianity. And he's not getting it. He's not getting it. He's not getting it. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Look at look at Jordan Travis. He's there. Oh man, I can't show y'all. It's not there in the corner. Hold on. Jordan Travis down there like, bro, really? Really? Is this what we deal with? Oh my gosh, man. He making yeah. Anyway, just show y'all something on Elijah page. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. I want to know if he still got this. Yeah. Watch this.
Is the Orthodox Muslim about to sue me? 'Cause honestly, the way that he's been moving lately, I genuinely don't know what to expect. What I do know is that I woke up to this. This is a copyright strike on our conversation, a conversation that we both had in public on a live stream. Now, I just want to talk about what that actually means. You see, I posted our conversation on my channel, no commentary, just a conversation. And in a couple hours, it had over 10,000 views. Then it came down because he filed a copyright strike and had it removed. Now, before anything else, I need to make sure that we're all on the same page about what a copyright strike actually is, because he's going to tell you that YouTube does it automatically. He's going to say that it was in their system. He's going to act like he had nothing to do with it. So let me read you YouTube's own words. A copyright removal request is a legal request usually sent by a copyright owner to remove the content from YouTube. As a matter of fact, if you go even deeper, it says that if you get a copyright strike, it means that your content was removed due to a legal copyright removal request. Oh, this isn't automatic. This is not YouTube's algorithm. This isn't Content ID. Someone has to go and fill out a form, submit it, and make a deliberate legal decision to have that content removed. He did that. After our conversation hit 10,000 views, he sat down, opened his computer, pulled up a legal form, and manually filed to have it taken down. I need you to understand that that was a choice. Now let me save him some time and address everything that he's possibly going to say, right? He might say, I just wanted credit. Well, if you wanted credit, he never sent me a message, not a DM, not a comment, not a single word before filing. If it was about credit, my DMs was open. Oh, you were going to profit off of my content. Brother, I have 7,000 subscribers. He has 91,000. A conversation on my channel is just free advertising for his brand. The math just doesn't support this excuse. Oh, it was my content too. We're on a public live stream. Public, by definition. But he probably doesn't know what that word means either, huh? Now, this is a man, if you want to call him a man, who's built his entire brand around not being afraid of Christians. He debates them. He mocks them. He laughs at them. 91,000 people watch him do it. And when a 7,000 subscriber channel posted their public conversation,
7,000 subscriber channel, which this guy was on lunch break, cooks you. When he do that, you get mad and send a copyright out, Orthodox Muslim. Yeah, I'm talking to you if you see this video, which you probably won't, but to the other Muslims out there. This guy got 7,000 subscribers. Well, had 7,000 subscribers, but guess what? Orthodox Muslim helped him grow. Yes, because he got cooked. Got cooked by a guy on a lunch break. But yeah, if you ain't get cooked, you wouldn't send a copyright out. What a weak move, bro. What a weak move. You're weak, bro. Orthodox Muslim, you are weak. You're so weak. I ain't never seen a guy do this off a debate. Never. You're weak, bro. You got cooked. You got slammed. You got put in a body bag, son, by a Christian on a lunch break.
he didn't respond. He didn't make a rebuttal video. He didn't go live and address it. No, he filled out a form. That's not the move of someone who won. If you are one of his subscribers watching this right now, then I'm talking directly to you. You follow him because he's supposed to be unafraid, because he takes on Christians and doesn't flinch. That's the whole brand. So ask yourself one question. Why did he need a legal form to stop a video? He had every advantage. 91,000 subscribers, a bigger platform, more resources, more reach, and he chose deliberately to silence the conversation instead of winning. Hopefully you know what that means. And here's the part that I just keep coming back to. Because the last thing that he said to me before he kicked me off of his panel was that my argument was sound. He said it was sound, that it corresponded to reality, that it was true, that we needed God to become man to save us for our sins. Maybe that's why he removed the video. Maybe he just didn't want the Christians to see that the Orthodox Muslim turned Christian. Right? But the crazy...
See, catch on to that, because I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, "Oh no, no, that ain't the case." Because if he was scared, he would have never kept his video up, bro. It's on his page. Who are his supporters? Muslims. He didn't want the Christians to see it, because the Christians are not going to be looking at his channel. We don't care about his channel. We're not going to watch his stuff. What? We don't want to watch his stuff. He knew what he was doing. He didn't want the Christians to see it. That's all. Just like Elijah said, bro. That's all. But you know what's crazy, bro? Is that even though when he tried to do that, Elijah went from, because last time I saw Elijah, it was at like 6,000 subscribers, right? And then right there, it was at 7,000. Bro, he jumped up to 11,000 subscribers. 11,000. 4 days ago. He got 10,000 views on this video. Look at God. Look at God. That is so ironic. Orthodox Muslim took down a video that was at 10,000 views. He posted this, and this video got 10,000 views. God is so good. All praise to God, man. That is amazing. And he went up like 4,000 subscribers after that. And he's growing. He's growing. Like, bro is growing. Like, you helped him out. You helped him out.
Is the Orthodox Muslim about to sue me?
Let's see this.
Honestly, the way that he's been moving.
Like, that's crazy. Bro got 93,000 subscribers, and yet he's like get mad and do that. Like, what? I like how he's trying to be like God Logic. By the way his page is set up. Look at her. Man trying to be a copycat, bro. That's crazy. I think God Logic had changed it because he's like, bro, that's crazy. You gonna make the same thing, bro? That's crazy. Trying to steal this man whole flow, bar for bar, son. Anyway, Elijah put that fraud in a body bag, and bro, it just shows that Orthodox Muslim, he's cooked. He's cooked. You got cooked by a guy on lunch break. Shout out to Elijah for standing 10 toes down on this. Elijah, man, I see a lot of great things that you want to do for God's kingdom. And for the Christians or whoever watching this video, make sure you subscribe if you enjoy Christian content, looking at reaction from a Christian lens. Make sure you subscribe, like the video. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm out.